Hey guys, we're back for another video here. So, plan today is just to guys show you, you probably know by the intro title, honestly, but still, it's to show you guys how to do, like, PvP in 1.8. 1.8 PvP was something I always struggled with when I started off. It took me months to get it, so I'm going to show you guys all the cool little tips I've learned and, like, taught myself and my friends on how to do this. I usually win, like, Bed Wars and Skywars games at times. I mean, not always, but still. I'm decent at that. I'm pretty good at duels and all that type of stuff. So I'm here in the duels lobby for Hypixel. And I'm going to go into a round with my friend to see if they're on. Okay, they're already in the party. Okay, so we're just going to go into classic duels. So the first concept I want to cover today is something called block hitting. And block hitting is pretty important. There's lots of ways you can do this. So I'm going to go on F5, and this is block hitting. 1.8, you have this really cool thing called block hitting. It looks like this. Basically, there you go. It'll block out some damage. So I'll go over to my friend. I'll have them hit me. So they're going to hit me 2 times. So first hit me once. Just once. And you see I took about a heart. And I wait. I need to heal. I guess I can heal. Oh, wait, no, I healed. Okay. Now hit me again. And I only took half a heart that time. So it blocked out around half the damage. This was implemented before shields were added in the 1.9 update. So it's pretty useful for taking less damage. And now I'll show you guys. So every time you hit someone, so look, if I just spam hit her, you see how slowly the knockback starts to reduce to basically nothing? Well, let's say I added in one of these. The knockback, you can probably see how it does not reduce whatsoever. Yeah, so that's basically it. There's other ways you can do this with projectiles, such as a fishing rod. So you can see, look, I'll hit her once, and she goes back pretty far, right? Just, if I hit her twice, oh, whoops. Well, if I hit her twice, you can see she didn't go back as far. I'll put us into another one right here so I can reinforce this point. But basically, that's how block hitting works. It does the exact same thing as your projectile would do. So when you see people using rods, the only difference is rods give that little bit of a stun. So I hit a few times. You can see how the knockback goes down a lot. Here, I'll punch with my fist instead of a sword, honestly. You see how the knockback eventually reduces to basically nothing. So now, let's say I use the rod. And you see every time I hit with the rod, it kind of resets. Rather than just spam punching, where the knockback will eventually go to, like, 0. As you can see, it's starting not to get, like, any knockback. Same with if you use the bow. Say I'm getting a combo, right? Then I use the bow, and I can use that to restart the combo. Stunning will always be good, but that ability to throw in that in 1.8 is always great. So that is block. Alright guys, I'm back. So for this, I'm going to show you guys the next most important thing I can think of, which is hotkeys. And so how hotkeys work is apparently the border's bugging on this or something. But how hotkeys work, hotkeys are interesting. So basically here, I'm not fighting right now. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and you can see I have button 5 and button 4 is 1 and 9. And these are little special buttons I have on the side of my mouse. So if I put button 5 and 4 like this, so I have one button on my mouse that goes like that, and this is not scrolling or anything like that. This is me just pressing these buttons, and it's super useful, because say I want to get a rod combo, right? You can see how I can switch very fast between them rather than just scrolling, which can take a lot of time and can be messy. So that's how hotkeys work. They're very simple, and I'm going to demonstrate really quickly how easy it is to get combos with them. You probably shouldn't jump like I did there, but that was just because I wanted to crit, and they weren't. Take that as yes. Alright guys, we're back. So I'm going to show you guys how you could do this in like a Hypixel UHC duel or Hypixel UHC or anything like that. And just the different things you can do. So I'm sure you guys have seen UHC people. They're crazy with the fishing rod combos. I'm not very great at those, so I kind of do my own thing. So a little trick with UHC duels, you have these things called golden heads on Hypixel, right? And when you eat these, you get speed, which is super useful. Also, you can see right now I still have hotkeys, so if I hit this, it brings me there. I usually have my hotkey on 9, because I usually play Bed Wars, and that's where my blocks are, or Skywars. Because I like speed bridging in both of those with my blocks like this. which is something I'll probably cover in a later video, how to speed bridge. It's pretty simple, but, you know, I'm not ridiculously fast, but it's a simple speed bridge. So in UHC duels, there's a few easy tricks. One I would recommend is probably just getting ready to start. So when you're starting, you're going to be a few blocks away, and here's basically how you do it. So you're going to want to run up to them, but whoever they are, you're going to want to eat the G head. Then you're going to literally just normal fight them, and usually I would jump a little bit on these because you can get comp crits, but just make sure they're not fighting back very much. Like if they're fighting back, make sure you're strafing like this, which is another point I'll cover here. Strafing is where you go around someone. So, I'm going to have them try and hit me. You can see they miss me a lot more when I'm strafing like this. And then when you fight back while you're strafing, you can see I'll do this in third person right now to make it even more interesting. I'm sure you guys have seen hackers before. There's a hack called B-Hop, and that's basically just... The reason B-Hop is so horrible is because B-Hop is basically just advanced strafing, if that makes any sense. It's strafing, but they're using speed hacks at the same time. That's why it's so horrible to beat, because it's like impossible to hit them. Alright, so the next thing I guys want to show you guys is bows. So the thing with bows that makes them really powerful is that they're ranged weapons, just because everybody knows that. But there is one little trick that people don't know to using a bow. So first, if you have a good texture pack, you can see in my pack it shows green, which means that's the right time to shoot. It's just something nice you guys can get. There's a lot of different packs out there that do this, so don't worry much about it. If you can, it's usually you can get the timing, not anything. Like, I've gotten used to it by now. So look, if I do this and I shoot, right, and then I turn. See, they're strafing, which makes it much harder for me to hit them, but you can still see I can hit them. If I turn, it makes them harder for me to hit me, though, because look. If I do this and I do that turn, and I just jump out of the way. So assuming I'm only going to fight with a bow this round, will they come try and sword me? See, they're doing block hitting right now to reduce damage, but still. If I fight with the bow, then I jump to the side after I shoot. Once you have your shot locked, it doesn't matter if you turn. You'll still be hitting them, if you were going to hit them. It doesn't change much. Oh, wait, I'm out of arrows. I didn't realize you could run out of this. I thought you had, like, a stack. Still. So I'll fight now normally, but still. But yeah, so that's basically how you can bow strafe. It's really simple. You could also just go side to side while shooting a bow, but that's a lot more predictable because bows slow you down so much. Alright guys, I'm back. So we're here to do sumo duels now. Sorry you guys have been hearing me say, alright guys, I'm back like 70 times this video. It's just force of habit. But I am back now, so we're going to be showing you guys how to increase your knockback using the power of sumo duels. So, just hit me normally. Just spam hit me normally. Spam me. Keep spamming. Just hit me as fast as you can. And I'm just going to try the absolute minimum of just walking in the opposite direction. Now watch, I'll start hitting you now. So that's basically what you need to do. And I'll show you guys what I just did now, because you probably don't know. Unless you caught on to this. So basically, I'll do it in third person this time. You have to throw in shifts, because shift can reset your knockback just the same as block hitting can. So basically, look. That was a really horrible example. But basically, you have to just keep shifting. It's also in sumo duels, you kind of want to get the middle, but this isn't just for sumo. This is for any time you're unequipped and need to get knockback in 1.8. So you also can just strafe like normal in sumo duels, of course, because that's still an important thing. Another thing, though, is W tapping. So I'm going to turn off my sprint toggle, which you can see is off now because I'm walking slower. So basically, W tapping, this is how it works, right? Whenever you sprint and whenever you unsprint, it resets your knockback. So I'm just literally spamming W right now as I'm fighting. And it makes me look kind of weird, but it does increase your knockback by a large amount. But I prefer just shifting every once in a while. So that's basically how you can increase your knockback. Alright guys, we're back. So I'm going to show you guys how you can do it on something like the bridge. And that's Hypixel's, like, bridge, duel. And you can do this on like Skywars, and you can do it in a lot of things. So I guess let's just get into it. So basically, you go to the side of someone, and you hit them, and then they fall. And that's basically just the simple way to say it, but there's another way. There's a lot of other ways you can look at this. So, let's say they were just fighting you normally. So, like, just, like this type of fighting. So, do that. Here, eat a apple and do that. So, say they were fighting me normally. If I jump to the side of them, they fell. I didn't. I eat. Like I never was hurt. So, do that again. Okay, I fell that time because I was being lousy on my jump. I went like this, all the way on the edge, rather than like you kind of want to just stay on the block, but kind of do that. And I'm falling looking over. But still, so that's basically kind of what you have to do. Any tips for this, honestly, is just use block hitting, like I said in the first part when I was using just normal duels, like block hitting like that. And other than that, it's really simple. You can still shift like in sumo duels. That works the same as block hitting. Other than that, there's not really much I can tell you guys. I'll probably hint on the mention of Skywars earlier. I might probably try and do a video on how to get better at Skywars. Because I've noticed there's not many people doing that type of stuff, and I feel like even I had questions on that a while back before I just had to figure it out myself. Another thing, which many of you may not know, is that if you're one block lower than your opponent, walk up to me, you have an advantage. You can reach them further. If, say, you're 2 blocks, walk up, try and hit me. Try and hit me. See, it's like you have reach almost, which is a type of hack which lets you take a guess, reach. So I can hit them and they can't hit me because of how the Pythagorean theorem works, which I don't feel like explaining right now. It's a geometry topic, actually probably an algebra topic. But it's very simple. It's just that I'm closer to the bottom of their feet than they are to my head, which is how hitboxes work. Yeah, so that's basically how it works. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'm going to probably do like a cool little outro clip here, so go. Alright everyone, as I promised, here's the outro. We did this on Hypixel, as that's why we're standing in front of the big H logo. Thank you all for watching today, and please subscribe. Do it. Do it. According to YouTube analytics, you must subscribe. It is an absolute requirement. But yeah, so that's basically the video.